first episode of Reacher Season 4 begins in Philadelphia, where Jack Reacher once again finds himself pulled into a mystery simply because he happens to be in the wrong place at the right time. Reacher is riding the subway when he notices a woman, Anna Merrick, sitting among the handful of passengers. Something about her behavior immediately catches his attention. She is sweating, acting nervous, and keeping both hands inside a bag. Her clothing also seems wrong for the weather. Reacher recognizes the signs of someone who may be carrying a bomb and decides to intervene before she can hurt anyone else. He approaches Anna and tells her that he is a police officer and that he can help her. Instead of surrendering or explaining herself, Anna pulls out a large revolver. Before Reacher can stop her, she shoots herself in the head. The horrifying incident leaves Reacher with more questions than answers, particularly because Anna doesn't seem like someone who would randomly decide to kill herself. After the incident, Reacher is taken to a Philadelphia police station and questioned by detectives Tamara Green and Sean Doherty. Doherty immediately dislikes Reacher, while Tamara appears considerably more observant. Reacher, however, quickly realizes that the police aren't actually treating him like a serious suspect. They are keeping him there because they are waiting for people from Washington to arrive. As Reacher waits, he demonstrates the kind of deductive reasoning that has become his trademark. He notices that one of the witnesses from the subway is missing and figures out that the police are deliberately delaying the interview until the federal agents arrive. Instead of getting nervous, Reacher orders a cheesesteak and waits. Eventually, 3 mysterious men in suits arrive. They refuse to clearly identify which government agency they represent, so Reacher mentally nicknames them Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Their main interest isn't really Anna's death. They want to know whether Anna gave Reacher something before she died. Reacher knows she didn't give him anything, but their question immediately makes him curious. Why would unidentified government agents care so much about an ordinary woman who apparently committed suicide on a subway? The answer becomes clearer after Reacher leaves the station. 2 men approach him outside and ask the exact same question. Unlike the government agents, however, these men tell Reacher what they're looking for: a flash drive. Reacher quickly realizes that whatever was on the drive could explain why Anna was so frightened and why powerful people are now interested in her death. The 2 men attempt to intimidate him, but they have badly underestimated the person they're dealing with. Reacher beats them up and then begins investigating Anna himself. His first stop is Anna's brother, Jacob, a patrol officer who is deeply skeptical of the idea that his sister killed herself. Jacob explains that Anna worked in the Army's records and human resources system in Washington and that she had a college-age son named Ben. Jacob helped raise Ben and knows his sister well enough to believe that something is wrong. Reacher also learns that Ben hasn't been answering his phone and hasn't been seen for several days. That immediately adds another disturbing element to the case. Rather than wait around for the mysterious attackers to find him again, Reacher decides to use their interest in the flash drive against them. He buys a cheap flash drive from an art student and uses it as bait. When the men return, Reacher arranges a meeting with their employer. That employer turns out to be Lila Hoth, a young woman traveling with her mother, Amisha. Lila's situation explains why she was searching for Anna. She has leukemia and desperately needs a bone marrow transplant. Her mother cannot provide the necessary match because of her own medical problems, leaving Lila with very few options. Her best possibility is her biological father. Lila has never met him. According to what Anna discovered, her father was an American soldier stationed in Indonesia in 1998. Lila had spent years trying to uncover his identity, and Anna had helped her with the investigation. The man turns out to be John Sampson, a powerful North Carolina congressman and the frontrunner for his party's presidential nomination. Lila believes Sampson is her father and wants him to provide the bone marrow she needs to survive. But there is a major problem. Sampson apparently doesn't want anything to do with her. Because acknowledging an illegitimate daughter could destroy his political career, Lila plans to force him into helping her by exposing documents proving their relationship. She gives Reacher her phone number and hotel information in case he discovers anything useful. At this point, Reacher could simply walk away. Instead, he becomes personally invested in the mystery surrounding Anna. He also understands that if powerful government agencies and trained killers are searching for the same flash drive, Anna's death cannot be as simple as suicide. Reacher and Jacob head to a library to investigate Sampson's background. The politician appears almost impossibly clean when they examine his public history, But Reacher knows that public records rarely tell the whole story. He decides to dig into Sampson's military history instead. That decision nearly gets him killed. While searching through old military records in the library's basement, Reacher is attacked by a highly trained man armed with a knife. The attacker clearly isn't there to rob the place. He wants the flash drive and is prepared to kill Reacher to get it. The fight becomes brutal and close quarters. Reacher eventually overpowers the assassin and crushes him between the library shelves. Afterward, he hides the body in the basement coal room before taking Jacob and leaving. But the attack has given Reacher another important clue. Whoever wants the flash drive knows about Lila. Reacher immediately assumes she is the next target. He rushes to Lila's hotel and discovers that his instincts were correct. Another assassin has already entered her room and is waiting for the opportunity to kill her. Lila is in the shower, completely unaware of the danger. Reacher arrives just in time. A vicious fight breaks out inside the hotel room. Reacher battles the assassin across the room and eventually throws him through a window. Surprisingly, the man survives, landing on a fire escape before escaping to a vehicle waiting below. Several armed men inside the vehicle immediately open fire on the hotel. Reacher and Jacob manage to get Lila out alive. Reacher gives her money and tells her to find a different place to stay and change her appearance. Whatever she was involved in has clearly become much more dangerous than a simple attempt to locate her biological father. Meanwhile, Reacher returns to Detective Tamara Green, hoping she can provide information about the mysterious federal agents. Tamara confirms that the people from Washington were also looking for the flash drive, reinforcing Reacher's belief that Anna had stumbled onto something extremely important. There is another disturbing development. Jacob learns that his nephew Ben has disappeared. The young man was last known to be involved with a girl, and nobody has been able to reach him for several days. Jacob is understandably worried, but he still doesn't know whether Ben's disappearance is connected to Anna's death. Reacher now has several unanswered questions. Why did Anna kill herself? What was on the missing flash drive? Why are government agents and professional assassins hunting for it? What did Anna discover about John Sampson? And where is Ben? The mystery becomes even more complicated because Lila's story isn't necessarily as straightforward as she originally made it sound. She claims that Sampson is her biological father and that she needs his help to survive, but Reacher hasn't yet been able to independently confirm everything she has told him. Still, the immediate danger is impossible to ignore. By the end of the episode, Reacher and Jacob plan to head toward Washington, where they hope to investigate Sampson and Anna's military records more thoroughly. Reacher makes his way through Philadelphia toward the station where they are supposed to meet. He never makes it. While walking through an alley, Reacher is suddenly surrounded by men in suits. They are heavily organized and clearly have been tracking him. Reacher fights back, but the attackers aren't interested in beating him in a fair fight. They use tranquilizer darts. One dart isn't enough. Even after being hit, Reacher continues fighting, forcing the men to use another dose powerful enough to bring down a much larger animal. Eventually, the tranquilizers overwhelm him. Reacher collapses and is taken prisoner.